Coming to you from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode 123. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports. It's always good to have some good music coming in the beginning. This is called Kick Ass Beats by Jay Dillis, Tommy and Kesh. It's nice to have some kick-ass beats once in a while. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode 123. I am your host, the Guru of Sports. Yeah, that's how I used to do. Thank you guys for stopping by, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk a little sports and a little junk and a little mess like I usually do. I really appreciate it. Oh man, it's really early on a Sunday morning. I'm up and I had a good nap. I I got to tell you about this food that I had earlier. I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to tell you what we're going to be getting into today. I got a lot of baseball to get to, and I got some thoughts on the Orioles, the Mariners, the All-Star game, Albert Pujols, who's going to be buying and who's going to be selling. I got a lot of stuff on baseball. Also, I wanted to mention a little bit about the NBA is going to try to do a play. The play-in game is going to be here. It's going to always be here. But they're talking about something about the mid-season tournament. I think it's pretty much garbage to me. Who the hell wants to see a mid-season tournament? Anyway, nothing on Deshaun Watson. I got to mention something about that because it's something that happened on Friday. To definitely have to get into. Dan Snyder, I wanted to get into his dumbass as well. Not too much football I'm going to talk about because camp's starting in a couple of weeks. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if it's going to be starting this week or so, but I know that they're starting pretty soon. So we're definitely going to have to, start thinking about football and start thinking about the damn fantasy drafts and fantasy schedules and fantasy stuff that's going on. But I definitely have to get into it. That's basically it. I'm going to have to talk about, Cousin Aaron like I usually do. And I got a funny moment that I'm going to bring up with him. British Open. I know it's called the Open Championship. Believe me, hey, golf and Tiger Woods, I'm definitely have to talk about him. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, talk a lot of baseball in the first half. But also, definitely got to get to this Juan Soto story. This is pretty big, pretty big. So one of the contending teams that are out there, the usual suspects. But Juan Soto could be available to you. Good player, great player. I just can't believe what he did, and I'm gonna definitely get into that. Also, like I said, I want to mention, I definitely want to talk about Tiger Woods and mention if he's going to be hanging it up, if he is or not. Um, I did want to mention something about LeBron and his dumbass comments, but I'm definitely going to probably get to that as well. So I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. And I'm going to be back. I got a few things I want to get together before I definitely start talking what I need to talk about. That's sports. Also, I'm going to talk about what I did. I mean, I've, like I said, I love the work that I do. The work that I do is not basically work, and like I said, I just really enjoy what I do. So I'm going to talk about that as well. So you guys do me a favor. Give me a few seconds. Get a few things together. And I'll be right back. And also, I want to talk about friends and talk about how I see friends. And, let them know that, hey, this is who I am. This is who I am. I'm a guru. I'm not the world's smartest person, but I think I am a good person. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys on the other side. First, like I said, let me take a short break. I know my monologue is supposed to be about like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but we're going to try to keep it kind of short. I know last week it was like maybe 58 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. And like I said, I usually have my voice actress lady, and here she is right now.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast. This is episode 123. Now, oh man, like I said, I love my job. I really do. I really love my job. And I love the people that I work with. And believe me, some of the people I work with are so corny and so funny. But, there's a lot of people that I really have a lot of deep respect for and a lot of, admiration for. Because, like I said, the thing is with me, I try to make myself accessible and I try to make myself, make everyone feel comfortable. So, that's my thing. I recently had a trip to Syracuse, New York. And I had to take care of something. I had to, do, picking up something. I can't go into details of what I do, basically, because that's privileged information, company information. So I noticed that there was a gate guard that was seemed like she was having a rough day, and it seemed like a couple guys were giving her a hard time. And believe me, when you dealing with people in general, you want to be respectful. You want to do the thing that you basically can to make their day go by smoothly, without causing a fuss. So I seen this guy. He was out there in driver, and very rude, very very just giving this girl a hard time. So I stepped out of my truck and I went up to him and I talked to him. And I told him, I said, hey, look, she's here by herself. One. Two, you should be able to, give her a little bit of consideration because she's here by herself. And just be a little bit more, uh, helpful. I mean, just, try not to be rude and try not to do anything to, make the situation worse. I guess she was working both sides of the gate. There was, there were trucks on one side, trucks on another side. And, and the thing about it is that one person trying to do a job, and then next thing you know, she did get some help. Another co-worker of hers came out and helped her out. But the thing about it is that, hey, this girl was getting really, really beat up and, just, dogged out and stuff. So what I had to do was, it wasn't my business to do it. But like I said, I had to step to this guy. And, he kind of backed down and, just calmed down a little bit. But the thing about it is that you have to put yourself in other people's situations, maybe this young lady was having a rough day, maybe something at home, you never know. But the thing about it is that, you try to do something to have a positive effect on someone. If you see somebody having a bad day, going up to them and just smiling or saying something nice or just a compliment or something, that helps because what is it? Is it going to hurt you to take an extra little bit of time? Hey, everybody's time is precious, I know. And, people got to go places, people got to do things, but take a second just to put yourself in the other person's shoes, and think about it this way. Hey, look, you know what? That could be me working that gate by myself and then having to deal with all these people, Come on. People, it's not that hard. So, like I said, I just, was really, really patient. And see, that's one of the things that I'm really good at being patient. Very, very good patient. One of my, I'll say one of my best virtues. And I really like being patient because the thing about it is that, you know what? Hey, if you have a job to do, you got to have time. You have to have, be somewhere or a certain time. I understand a little caution of, oh man, you know what? I might be late or whatever. But the thing about it is that, you know what? If you have to wait in line or something like that, just be a little patient, That's all it takes. And just, I think from me just going up to, checking this guy and talking to this young lady and telling her, hey, look, everything's going to be okay. When I was leaving out, she actually told me thank you. And it didn't matter to me if she said thank you or not. But the thing about it is that, hey, look, you know what? People are people. And we learn to just have a little bit of common sense and a little compassion for everyone, this whole thing, this whole world will be a lot better. I was going to push that off into the second half, but I didn't want to. But I just had to mention it because it makes a big difference to take the time just to be, very nice to people. It doesn't take a lot. It's not going to take a whole lot, Some people it might be, like pulling teeth with them. But, the thing about it is that, hey, look, we all got to work together in this world. And hopefully that, we work together, it'll be a better place. All right, now, let me talk some Tiger Woods right quick. I think that Tiger might be back to play maybe in a couple more tournaments, but I don't think he's going to be, the Tiger that we knew and loved is no longer, And, I was listening to, sports radio this week, and they were talking about, is it time for him to say goodbye, or, what do you think? I don't know. I still have the belief that Tiger can do what he can do, but the competitive part and the Tiger that we used to know before he got into all the other situations, let's separate Tiger's personal life from Tiger's golf life. Okay, Tiger's golf life is not really going to be the same way it was. And I heard this expression a lot this week. Father Time catches up with everybody. Yeah, it does. But there's only one person that's kind of defined Father Time right now, and that's Tom Brady. But Tiger is coming down to. I mean, we're seeing the last bit of really, really strong competitive force from Tiger. So I think that he can probably win a couple more tournaments. But I got to say, man, for me personally, I think that the race for, Jack Nicklaus's record is probably coming to an end. But I don't know. I really can't. It's hard to say. It's hard to say if Tiger's going to be able to, come back and do what he can do. But you know what? We got to remember Tiger for what he did, on the golf course. Like I said, we're not talking about Tiger's private life, his personal life. That's another plane. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about his life on the golf course, what he's done on the golf course. Yeah. So when he's, walked over the bridge and, over in the Open Championship. I know the British Open. I call it the British Open. I know that we were supposed to call it the Open Championship or whatever. But anyway, I think that he's not going to be competitive anymore. He's probably going to be, like some of the retired guys. They're going to be, he's going to be there. He's going to play, So, we'll see what happens with Tiger. But speaking of which, Rory McIlroy and Victor Hogler, these guys are tied at the leaderboard, 15 under, with the final round is going on today. I'm trying to sit up here now, trying to figure out what channel it's on, and I can't find it. I'm still looking for it. But, I got SportsCenter on right now, and that, SportsCenter is, that's probably the only thing that sports-wise is going on right now, the SportsCenter. But other than that, me, I'm talking to you right now. Anyway, so that's going to be a battle. I think Rory may have the edge to pull it out because he's been here before. So I like Rory to win this championship. this Open Championship. All right, so talked a little bit of golf. Talked a little bit about Tiger. I want to go into baseball next. Okay. Now, buyers and sellers. All right, we know that the All-Star game is coming up here pretty soon. Hottest team in the majors is the Seattle Mariners. They've done something that they haven't done since 2001, and they've won 13 straight games. Okay. So, what happened to my Orioles? Well, they lost on Friday night to Tampa Bay to open up the series with them in Tampa, the final series before the All-Star break. But they came back, bounced back, and won, the second game. So now they're 46-45, which isn't bad. It's not bad. 46-45 for this team is not bad. Yeah, they're in last place in the AL East, 17 games back with a -5 run differential. But the thing about it is that they've been hanging in there. Hey, 9-1 over their last 10 is not bad for an Orioles team. This Orioles team might be able to do something. You never know. They might be buyers at the trade deadline, which is coming up on August 2nd. You know? Now, here's a list of teams that are not going to be buying anything. They're going to be selling off assets. Okay. D-backs, Rockies, Cubs, Reds, Pirates, Nats. I'm going to get to that in a second. A's, Angels, Rangers, KC, Detroit, maybe the Chicago White Sox, because, I don't know what the White Sox are doing, but I tell you one thing. They're falling apart. They are falling apart. And they're right now, they're 45-46. So, they are, one game under 500. Also, I wanted to mention that the Rangers are on that list. And with the trade deadline, there's going to be a lot of good pieces being moved. The Braves, the Mets, Yankees, Astros, Dodgers, Cardinals. These guys are going to be making some moves. But I got a feeling that one of the sneaky teams to look out for is the Minnesota Twins. Twins and the Mariners. Mariners too. I got to give it up for the Mariners. Mariners have won 13 straight games. I'll get to them in a few seconds. But I tell you one thing. These Minnesota Twins might be the sneakiest team in this whole thing. They might go out and add some pieces. And believe me, if they add some pieces, they could be dangerous. Now, we all established that the Yankees are going to win the World Series. Some people have. Some people haven't. I think that the Yankees are still going to be really, really big time buyers. And, what they need is probably another arm. They definitely need a center fielder. So we'll have to see if they're going to go out and do something. I don't want to start any rumors, but what happens if the Angels start to sell off pieces and maybe like Trout or Shohei might be on the trade deadline, on the trade board? Never know. Angels just fell apart. I can't believe how bad they fell apart. And they look really terrible. 39-53 right now. Angels just toast. But Mariners, like I said, they won 13 straight. They're going to be adding pieces too. You never know with them. I think they're going to be okay. Mariners is hot. Haven't won this many games since 2001. And like I said, oh yeah, my buddy Dave May Jr. was on that team as well. That was a great team. I'm going to talk about them a little bit in depth a little bit later, but definitely these guys are going to be buyers at the trade deadline. Sellers, now listen to this. One of the big prizes could be Juan Soto. Juan Soto just rejected, listen to this, a 15-year, that's right, listen to this closely, a 15-year, $440 million contract. That's almost $500 million. Almost $500 million. Almost $500 million. Because the Nationals ain't going nowhere. And I hate to say this, I love the Nationals too. Been down to their ballpark, and it's very, very beautiful ballpark. Nationals are 1-13 this month so far. They just washed it up. They just washed up. Totally washed up. 30-63 right now in the division. 28 and a half games behind the Mets. And like I said, the Mets are going to be buyers too. Definitely. They're talking about getting rid of probably J.D. Davis and Dom Smith. These guys, I don't know. These guys just not getting the job done. So they might be on the trade block. But, yeah, they got Matt Scherzer back. And you see how he played the last couple of outings. He's been really damn good, to say the least. So they're going to get back Jacob deGrom because I think deGrom is going to have probably one more, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe one more. Guru's never wrong, but one more probably start in minor leagues. I know he was up there on Friday night when I was up in Syracuse, and he had a rehab start up there. So they might be holding him out until definitely after the All-Star game. So, we'll see what happens with Jacob deGrom. But I think they might need extra bullpen help because the back end of their bullpen is not good. They probably need that eighth inning guy because Seth Lugo is not the answer. And you can't put Diaz out there for him to, run for maybe, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, or whatever. He's their closer, but they just can't run him out there for all that time. So we'll see what happens with the Mets. Dodgers, I think they probably need a starter. Definitely need a starter because of, all their guys have been going down and stuff like that. They're definitely going to need a starter. So we'll see what happens with the Dodgers. Astros, they might be probably in the same boat with maybe the Mets and the Braves because if Castillo, you see how he pitched against the Yankees the other day for Cincinnati, and you never know. He might be one of the big pieces that the Dodgers, the Yankees are looking at. Hell, he beat the Yankees the other night in Yankee Stadium, so that was more or less an audition for him, wasn't it? So anyway, we'll see what happens with the trade deadline. But like I said, these teams are there's going to be a lot, but I don't know. You never know what happens on that day because you might say, oh, all these teams need all these things, but maybe one or two people might move. But I think this might be a really big active trade deadline week or day or so. All right. Tell you what I'm going to do is finish up my baseball thought, and then I'm going to take a break. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come back and talk about something else. All right. But anyway, the Seattle Mariners, like I said, 13 in a row, haven't been done since 2001. And, let me give you a brief little synopsis on the 2001 Seattle Mariners. They won 116 games. 116 games, 46 losses. Cubs won that many back in the day, and they were awesome. Lou Piniella was their manager. Remember him, right? Lou Piniella played for the Yankees. Lou Piniella, great guy. Look at some of the guys that they had on their team: Dan Wilson, John Olerud, Brett Boone, Carlos Guillen, Mike Cameron, Ichiro, Edgar Martinez, Mark McLemore, Stan Javier, Ed Sprague, Jay Bruner. Like I said, my man Dave May Jr. was on that team as well. Pat Borders, Freddie Garcia, Aaron Seeley, Jamie Moyer, Arthur Rhodes, Jeff Nelson, Norm Charleston, Brent Tomko. These guys were amazing. Great team. Great team. They were, like I said, one of the most dominant teams I've seen play in the last 50 years or so. I don't know, 50 years is a long time. But they couldn't win the World Series, and they lost in the AL Championship Series to the Yankees that year. And, jeez, man, that was something else. But anyway, this 2001 Seattle Mariners team was loaded, and they were really, really good. But, like I said, teams now, when they go on these winning streaks, you never know. Braves won 14, Orioles won 10, Mariners are currently at 13. These winning streaks are really good for baseball because you get your guys in there and you get the fans excited, and baseball needs a really big kick in the ass. Excuse the expression. They do really need a kick in the ass. Maybe need some kick ass beats with it too. But anyway, they are hot, and we got to give credit to them. Hey, my Orioles lost the other day, so you know what? They're looking to start a new streak. Also, before I take a break, I want to mention this thing too. Trey Mancini might be on the outs of the Orioles. He might be that bat that maybe the Mets are looking for. I know the Mets have been talking about Josh Bell. Maybe Boston might be sellers. You never know. Boston might sell off J.D. Martinez. Like I said, Josh Bell has been like the hot name that's been coming around. Everybody's been talking about that name. Josh Bell. Josh Bell. If we can get that bat in our lineup, that could help us. Also, the Guardians might be a team to look out for as well in this trade deadline. The Guardians aren't doing too bad. They're not bad at all. They're only 2.5 games behind Minnesota. So we're looking at, a lot of teams might be making moves for the, during the trade deadline. But like I said, we'll see what happens. All-Star game is Tuesday. Home Run Derby is Monday night. I'm going to be DVRing both of them, and I'm definitely going to try to watch the All-Star game when I get back I'll be on a trip, so I'll definitely have to try to, listen in on the All-Star game. I did go to the All-Star game in, I think it was 89 out in Anaheim. I can't, brain's a little foggy. Guru's been around for a little while, so you can't remember all the dates and all like that, whatever. I know I've been to over 1,000 baseball games. I'll let you know that. But, all of those 1,000 baseball games happened before 2020. And after 2020, I'll let you guys know that I have not been to a baseball game yet. And we're, pre-pandemic, over 1,000. Post-pandemic, none, not yet. I'm thinking about going to. I definitely want to probably go next week to try to see Orioles Yankees down at the stadium in Baltimore because I think that Orioles might be on to something here. And it's been a long time for them. It's been a long time. But the young kids they're bringing up, I definitely want to see see Rutschman, see him. I definitely, hopefully, would like to see Trey Mancini again, and see what this young Oriole team has got. They got some fight in them. They definitely got some fight in them. So you got to give it up for them. All right, so Albert Pujols is going to be in the home run derby, and I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, I'm definitely going to DVR that, watch that a little bit. Probably get up like really really early Tuesday morning, probably watching reruns or whatever. All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break right here, and I'll be back with some more sports. Definitely have to talk some more sports because if it's a Sunday morning, real early, you know who's talking? The Guru's talking sports. So I'll tell you what, we'll be right back with this. And here's my voice actress lady.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports podcast.
Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports podcast. This is episode 123. Usually when I take these breaks, I usually go to the bathroom or go to get something to drink. And one of the good things about doing this podcast at night and really, really overnight or whatever is that dogs and Ms. Guru sleep. Everybody sleep. So I go in the kitchen to go grab something to drink. Here comes, and who's that? It ain't Alex. It ain't Alex. Is what's that girl name? Ellie. She's such a daddy's girl. She follows me around this house all the time. She loves me. She loves me. I have never had a dog that is so attached to me. I got home this morning. I can't remember what time I got home. Yesterday morning. She follows me around. She barks like, ooh, it's like, then she tries to talk to me and everything. And, she just comes up and lays down on me. So what I did was, before I got home, and then what I wanted to do was, I wanted some of this, Japanese food from up in, Pennsylvania. And, I'm living, I live in an undisclosed area in Delaware. Anyway, so I drive to Pennsylvania to grab something to eat. I really wanted this Japanese food, and I was craving it. I couldn't believe it. That's why I'm so big now. I've been craving this Japanese food. I've been eating so much, and I that's another story I got to talk about. I got to try to get this weight off me, honestly. I'm not big, gigantic, but I'm getting there. Um, I'm probably about like 220, and I've never been over. I think the heaviest I've been it was like maybe 225 or whatever. Anyway, I get back to the food. Gosh, they got these lobster rolls, and I love. Oh my gosh, I usually don't. I usually have one or two of them. I splurged and got 6 of them. I'm sorry. I know, and that's probably why I'm so getting a little chunky right now. Anyway, so I get up, go grab something to drink. Hear roo, 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 and I'm like, who else is in here? I'm here. I know that she probably don't think I'm here, or she probably forgets, but she always just barks just to be barking. And Alex he don't care. He's asleep. He's done for. He won't be up until maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning or so. But like I said, me, I'm up at this time. I'm used to being up this time, so it doesn't matter what time I'm up. I'm just making sure that I like just being up and doing what I do. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about basketball, I guess. I don't understand why. Okay, the play-in tournament is good. Believe me, I like the play-in tournament. The play-in tournament is not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Because, see, that makes teams think about, hey, we can't tank now. We can't sit back and do the Philadelphia plan and lose all these games and just, collect draft picks. Gives you an incentive to play for something. The Sixers managed to do the best thing of, tanking. And now I think this play-in tournament is, as something to be said about it. I like the play-in tournament. Remember one year they had, Golden State versus the Lakers. I thought that was a cool thing. But now they're talking about a mid-season tournament. Don't want to see that. That's crap. Nobody wants to see a mid-season tournament. Everybody wants to see, okay, we know that the, regular season ain't that really big and, whatever. But, we need the regular season to set up for the tournament at the end. The playoffs. That's what the tournament is, the playoffs, right? So, what the hell? I think, they're trying to overdo it now. Okay, leave well enough alone. Basketball is okay with the 82 games. Maybe they can, shave down 82 games or whatever, or, make it 78 and then, whatever. But who wants to see a mid-season Russian I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if it, whatever. Nobody wants to see a mid-season tournament. They want to see a playoff. And, with this play-in tournament, it's not bad now. So, 7 through 10, you figure out who's going to get into the, get into the playoffs. So, I don't want to see no mid-season tournament. But I do want to say something about, I got two things to say about LeBron. Played in the Drew League, which is out in LA. They usually play that, all the time during the summer, which is pretty cool because you got Paul Pierce. I'm not a big fan of Paul Pierce. I'm not really feeling him. I don't really like him at all, to tell you the truth. And then they got DeMar DeRozan, and mostly the LA guys are out there. They're playing, guys that are from LA, and then they, bring in, some stars. Kobe played out there years ago, during I guess a lockout or something like that. So, he played in this Drew League, and I was watching the highlights from it, and he won an MVP of game player or whatever. But it's just more or less just like a just made up league where guys come in and they play. I would like to see Kevin Durant play in it, but then again, you never know. I don't know if he's doing anything right now. We don't know. Hopefully, he'll just be quiet and just do what he's supposed to do, honor his contract, and come back. Don't get me started with the the Nets. I try not to say anything about the Nets, but believe me, I'm done with the Nets. I love my net. I love the Nets. I'm a net fan. I like I like the Nets. I like the Lakers, but I'm just done with the Kevin Durant talk. Hey, I'm done. All right. Also, LeBron made some comments about Brittany Griner. I understand. Gosh, here we go again. It seems like every time I try not to talk about politics, here it comes. This is not a political show. This is not a political podcast. So don't listen to this if you want political talk, go somewhere else. I'm just going to make a bold statement, fact, truthtoid, or whatever I'm trying to say here. Anyway, LeBron, don't make comments about the government. Believe me, Brittany Griner don't want to be in Russia right now. She wants to come home. Believe me. And don't say anything about, well, I wouldn't return, all that bull crap. That's crap. That's bull crap. And believe me, leave the political stuff out of sports, please. Please do that. Because I'm going to tell you like this. I've been all over the world. I have been all over the world. I've traveled all over the world. I am a world traveler, yes. I've been on a ship that traveled all over the world. I've been to all the continents. And I've been a lot of different places, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's only one place I'd rather be. It's sitting right here in Delaware or Maryland or California or Boston or New Mexico or Florida. Well, maybe not Florida because they got too many damn gators down there. I just told a friend of mine the other day on Twitter that, hey, look, you can come visit me anytime. I'm not setting foot in Florida. There ain't too many gators down there. And I have a phobia about gators. Yes, that's right. I have a phobia about gators. I have a phobia about a couple other things, but I am not going to disclose that anyway right now. But about right now, I'm going to tell you right now, I have a phobia about gators. I don't like gators. I don't like alligators. I don't like crocodiles. I don't like lizards. I don't like those. That's a phobia of mine. I admit it. Hey, I'm a human. I'm a human being. I'll let you know what it is. Hey, something ain't right. Something ain't kosher. I don't want to be swimming in a freaking lake and next thing you know, an alligator come up on my ass. No, hell no. Oh, no. All right, anyway, I have a phobia. That's my phobia. I'd rather live everywhere in the United States, anywhere in the United States, except for overseas. The only place I would actually move to, if I had a choice, I would move to either Japan or Canada. And I like those two countries. I very much love those two countries. Everybody talk about France. Everybody wants to go to France. I don't know. Italy, France. Miss Guru said she want to go to Italy. Live in Italy. Go, goodbye. See you. I'm not going. No. I'm staying my ass right here in the USA. I love the United States. Of all the flaws and all the things that goes on in this country, I love this country. And, it would probably be, there's several reasons why I won't move out of this country. One, because of Caden Guru. And two, because of Dante Guru. Or one, because of Dante Guru. And two, because of Caden Guru. Either way, I wouldn't move out of United States because of them. Because I would want to see them. When I do see them, I see them. But I'm not leaving the United States. Hell no. Like I said, I did my world traveling. Now I can sit back and talk about it. I've seen a lot of places where you probably don't want to be. So, LeBron, I think you should probably just take a look. Maybe take a ride over to Russia, see what's going on over there. Yeah. I just can't get into athletes with your political views. Hey, look, you know what? We're supposed to be talking sports here, and that's what I do. I talk sports. I don't talk about political shit. I get tired of it. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. Sports is to take your mind off of all the problems and all the things that's going on in the world. It's a lot easier for me to sit up here and talk to you about the Yankees, the Braves, the Brewers, the NBA, the NHL, PGA, and all that stuff. Let the political people talk about politics. If you want to go there, go there. I'm not talking politics on air. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. I'm not leaving the United States. And I know that Brittany Griner want to be here. So your comments was pretty stupid, pretty asinine. And believe me, I like athletes. I love, sports in general. But, sometimes some people say some dumb shit. And that's not me. I don't just, like I said, your political views are your political views. But you know what? When it comes down to it, I'm a sports guy. And that's all I am. And that's what it is. Matter of fact, I'm still thinking about those I still got 3 of those lobster rolls left. I don't think it's too early. Nah, it's too early to be eating. I can't eat anything else. Like I said, I'm just getting too big, man. Jeez. Oh, damn. Can't believe it. It's like, I used to be like real fit, real thin. Now I do some running or something. Maybe after I finish this podcast, I'll go out and go jogging or something like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, all right. So that's it on LeBron and the NBA. One thing I'm going to say before I go to the half is this. The Texans thought that they were pretty slick. So they dumped this on a Friday. They dump it off on a Friday. So they didn't think that nobody would pay attention to it. But I did. I caught it. They settled 30 cases to the women that Deshaun Watson was messing around with or whatever. And that is a situation that is in itself probably the most creepy and the most weirdest. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you like this. All right, sit downtown with Guru. If you do some freaky shit, I'm going to be honest with you. If you do your freaky shit, keep it to yourself, please. Please keep it to yourself. Nobody wants to hear about your freaky shit. Please. And we're still waiting on a decision for this woman, from this judge, to find out what is this guy going to get. He's going to get a year. I'm telling you right now. I can bet anyone out there $5 he's going to get a year. I ain't going to bet you that much. I do have secrets of betting that I'm not going to tell you, but $5 I bet you that he's going to get a year at least. Anything less than a year is going to be very, very disturbing to females and women. And now they say the NFL takes care, cares about women. Yeah, showed that when the Ray Rice case, right? Tell you what, do the right thing. Suspend his ass for about 2 years. If you do that, you make the Browns look stupid, which ain't really hard to do. But anyway, you know what? There's certain things in this life I can't figure out. I don't know, perversion. I don't know. You got people do some weird shit. I still can't watch Pulp Fiction because of I just can't watch Pulp Fiction. I love the movie. I love the actors. When I first saw the movie, I was like, all right, cool. But I just can't get into certain parts of the movie. But anyway, you probably out there probably know what I'm talking about. So anyway, you got some perverted shit that you're doing. You better keep that shit to yourself. Excuse the expression. Okay, now I'm done with that. Okay, I think I'm going to the half, and I know there was a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but I probably won't get to. I can't remember. Guru's mind. He thinks about all this sports stuff and got all this stuff to do, and then next thing you know, hey, it's on Guru. All right, but anyway, we're gonna end the first half with this. I'm gonna say, hey, look, hang in with me. We'll be back, and like I said, in the second half, I'm gonna talk about friends, and I'm gonna talk about cousin Aaron, and then we're gonna wrap this stuff. But pretty heavy on the front side of the half because of all the stuff that's going on. And like I said, the baseball thing has been very, very big. With, all the stuff that's going on in baseball with the Braves, the Mariners, the Orioles, all that stuff. But I like I said, I just like talking about it. I love talking about this stuff. Now I'm looking at Sports Center again now because I thought I could try to find the freaking golf channel and see what the golf is doing, see what the Open is doing. But the Nets beat the Celtics in the Summer League. Yeah, right. Why the hell you just couldn't do that in the regular season, like in the playoffs? Boy, I tell you. Every time I try not to think about the Nets and their bad season, here they come. Here they come. They always find some way of getting into my freaking head. But anyway, I'm done with it. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to the half. Goody, do your thing. I don't know what sitting up here doing. All right, that means that we're going to the half. I really thought he was supposed to be our bookkeeper or something like that. But anyway, I'm coming back with the second half. And like I mentioned before, we have to have our voice lady.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast. You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Actually, she's a voice actress lady. I'm sorry. Voice actress lady, please take us into the break again. I gotta give credit to the voice actress lady because she's a very, very good friend of mine. And very, very intelligent, very smart, and I got to give it to her. Thank you for your participation and helping me get through this. But anyway, here she is once again.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 123. I'm sitting up here watching this infomercial, and it's called the Brella Shield. I don't do any ads or reads or anything like that, but I gotta say this thing looks pretty interesting. I might have to go out and buy me one of those. It's like an umbrella that opens up and you put it across your front windshield, and it keeps your car cool. They have these other things that they have. I don't know what they're called, but sit up here. I'm actually going to take it. Went to the break. During the break, I was watching a little bit of this show called The Time Tunnel. Lee Merriweather plays on this, and I gotta admit, I love Lee Merriweather. Lee Merriweather from Barnaby Jones. If you guys, I know some of you guys out there might be a little younger, don't remember some of these shows, but if you ever get a chance, look up Lee Merriweather. She beautiful. She used to be, actually, she was a Miss America She was Miss America in 1955. Yeah, that's right. Miss America in 1955. But she's beautiful. I think she still lives out in California with her husband, and a couple of her I think a couple of her children are in the they're in the business. They're in the acting and stuff like that. But I do read their comments and stuff like that every time they have a comment on either Instagram or Twitter. I usually read it and stuff like that to see how she's doing. She's up. She's up there right now. She's in her 80s or so, but she still looks good as a 80-year-old woman. Um, Me and cousin Aaron had a conversation, which brings us into this conversation that I'm having right now. We were talking about actresses and stuff like that a while back, and you're gonna hear a clip from me and cousin Aaron talking about a couple of actresses or so, if you remember. Um, Now, like I said, I don't really have any too much on the back end of this. I can't even remember what I was supposed to talk about earlier, but like I said, Guru's mind just goes and we just talk and think and sports heavy on the first side, mostly kind of light on the second side. But that's going to probably change when football season comes because it's going to be wall to wall football. Then you're going to have football going on, basketball, baseball, hockey. Oh, hockey. Speaking of hockey, I definitely wanted to mention about this hockey story that, a lot of Islander fans, a lot of Ranger fans, Devil fans, even Flyer fans are pretty pissed at Johnny G, which they call him Johnny Hockey. And Johnny Gareau of the oil, he actually wanted to go to one of those teams, and he said I think he's from like the Philadelphia area, South Jersey, somewhere around in there. So 40 goal scorer for the Calgary Flames, Johnny Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna have to work on my hockey names. Some of the names that are like in hockey and tennis are very very if you don't see them that much, difficult to pronounce. Some are. So it's that I try not to mispronounce people's names, but the thing about it is that some are a little bit harder than others. So I want you guys to know that no, the guru doesn't do it on purpose, but sometimes he's if you know the guru's character, he likes to make fun of names and call people what they call them or something. Anyway, Johnny Gaudreau was going to one of those teams. He says he's from that area, and he ended up with the Columbus Blue Jackets, which is not hey, they paid him the money, and I think that's what it was. All it boiled down to, it was money, because hey, look, I wouldn't want to play for the Flyers. Rangers, yeah, maybe. Islanders, yeah, they're pretty good too. Devils, Devils struggle. Devils struggle. I like the Devils. I like the Devils. I like the Kings. I like the Golden Knights. I like Rangers. Actually, I actually started liking the Rangers this year because of Igor. I like Igor. And it's weird because like like I said, I'm a sports guy. I'm a sports guy, and this is what I do. I like sports. I root for a team that's an underdog. I don't like, there's certain teams I really don't root for, and I don't have any place for. But I really like, most of the teams in general. The four major sports, that's what we always talk about. I usually try to, make sure that I reference the four major sports. And I do, like I said, I do like those. I like most of these teams. But, like I said, it's about the money. Dude, you just might as well just go ahead and say it. Columbus is going to pay my ass a lot of money, and I'm going to Columbus. That's it. You don't owe nobody anything else. I mean, hell, if somebody's going to pay me, like Juan Soto, somebody going to pay me $500 million for 15 years, even though that I might not get all that money, at least I'll have some. Shit. Be real. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just be real about it. All right. Anyway, he said he was thinking about going to one of those teams, and he took the money. So I ain't got nothing to worry about. I mean, dude, just take the money. Don't say anything else. Just take the freaking money. All right. And see, that's the thing with athletes and all. I don't have a problem with them making money. That's what they're supposed to do. Hey, if somebody's going to pay you $500 million, why not take it? I'm not, I do have morals now. I'm not going to say now the Live Tour, I'm not going to deal with that because, that's dirty money. That's dirty, dirty money. And, I hate to say it, but Tiger Woods made a really, really bold statement about these Live guys. And you know what? I hate this. Those Live guys cleaned his clock. Made it to a point where Tiger didn't even make the cut. But, I got standards. Hey, if somebody going to pay me, I'm going to take it. But I got to have some kind of morals behind it, too. I'm not going to just take dirty Saudi money, which have funded those jackasses that ran into our buildings in 2001. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And I found out that Live is actually LIV, which is 54, because they only play 54 holes. 3 rounds of golf. That's it. 3 rounds of golf, and they probably give them $1 billion or whatever. Still wouldn't take it. I would turn that money down. Yes, I would. I couldn't live with myself if I had, to take dirty money. Never would. I like what I'm doing, so I know that my money is clean, and I know that I'm getting a paycheck. And I know that I ain't going to have to worry about the ramifications of the public eye or so. But the thing about it is that you got to be, you got to have some kind of class about it, too. Why is it every time that I turn around, Lily's on this television? Lily from AT&T. Gosh, man. She's a cute girl. Don't get me wrong. She's a cute girl. All right. So, there was a NASCAR driver that passed away the other day. And I can't remember the name. I can't remember the driver that got killed. It was Bobby East. Got killed at a California gas station. It was a sad story. Very sad story. Man. And see, my condolences to Bobby East's family. Young guy, too. And, just unfortunate situation that we have to go through. We have to deal with murder in Westminster, Orange County of Los Angeles. Fatal stabbing on Wednesday evening, which is a tragedy. And he was on the NASCAR number 21 Ford truck driver for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And he passed away the other day. And my condolences go out to his family. It's very sad stuff. And just goes to show that we live in a world as evil and as, just very, very disheartening, to say the least, about all the stuff that goes on in this world. That's why, like I said here, I sit here and talk sports with you. I definitely don't talk politics. But anyway, my condolences go out to his family. All right, now, to wrap up this whole podcast, we're going to, like I said, we always do. We always remember Cousin Aaron. And I have a chair sitting here at, empty chair, which is actually the chair that would have been for him if he was sitting in the studio. Let's go back to episode 88 and listen to, I was sitting up here just talking about Lee Merriweather. And me and Cousin Aaron had a few things to say about another couple of actresses. All right, check this out. This is from episode 88, November 21st last year. Check this out. Glad to see you, Katie Guru. We know that you will probably be asking for pay after this. So, I don't know. It's like, hey, if I only worked one day a week and demanded pay, I would be like that too. But Katie Guru is a lovable kid. We Okay, well, I tell you what. I'll deal with you after the podcast. Okay. I want to tell you guys, make sure you call the hotline number. And everybody call the hotline number except for Cousin Aaron and everybody else. Employees of the Guru Talking Sports podcast. The hotline number is 302-468-7239. 302-468-7239. Okay, like I told you. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay. Also, we forgot to mention that Antonio Brown is in hot water again, and I ain't got too much to say about that fool. Anyway. All right, I think that was the wrong cut. I'll have that cut for you next week. We were sitting up there talking about the hotline. I forgot about that because, like I said, I when it comes down to think about Cousin Aaron, I always think about funny things and funny moments that we do and we talk about. That was the situation with the hotline. Like I told everybody one time that he had actually called. I told everybody to call this number, 302-468-7239, which is our hotline number. 302-468-7239. He said that, he was calling it and calling it, and I didn't answer. I said, well, did you call my personal number? He's like, no, I didn't call it. I called the hotline. I said, why are you calling the hotline? You're an employee. You don't have to call the hotline. You call me directly. I was like, Cousin Aaron, come on, man. You don't have to call the hotline. Which is funny because it's like, you got my personal number. You got the office number to Black Ghost Sports. You call one of those two. I'll answer that. I'm not going to answer the hotline because you're calling it. And, I mean, come on. That is just a big joke. But I do answer the hotline. I don't, it's like when you guys call, I do answer, and I do talk to some people. Talked to a person a couple days ago, and we got in a big debate about live golf. And I told him, I said, I don't want to hear that crap because, we got into it. But, like I said, most of the time when people call a hotline, I usually listen. Sometimes I just generally just pick up and just talk to them about sports, about anything, Like I said, most of the time they talk to me. I usually, they always ask me about, what I do and I tell them about I tell them about, what I do as a truck driver. I don't tell them exactly where I do or what I do and all that stuff, but, it's funny. It's entertaining. Um, like I said, some of the things that I have, like um, some of the segments that I have are coming back during the football season. Poo Poo of the Week and Ask the Guru and stuff like that. All that stuff is coming back in the during the football season. But like I said, summertime is like really kind of my favorite time because then we have some time to just like kind of just chill out and just relax. So I want you guys to know that it's not like um, some of the things that we're not seeing or you're not hearing. Um, we definitely have a lot of stuff that's going on, but like I said, right now, with all the stuff that is happening with NBA, NHL, you know, baseball, we definitely have to concentrate on those sports. But like I said, I really appreciate you guys listening to me, taking your time to find it in your day just to check me out. Really appreciate it. It's been fun. This is a wrap on episode 123. I really appreciate it. You guys, you know where to find me on social media. YouTube, Guru Talking Sports Podcast is available everywhere, all over the country, all over the world now. We're getting getting a lot of places that we're coming into. I had a list of all these places, but I don't know where the list is. Anyway, I always, like I said, try to make sure that I keep you guys informed on what's going on in sports and, talking to you. Oh, I meant to tell you that we do have a new Twitter handle for the Guru Talking Sports podcast. And let me see. I'm trying to find the Twitter feed right now. Twitter feed right now is I hate this phone. I have this phone that is now I'm just like really really getting uptight with it because what it does is basically jumps to these ads and stuff like that, and it just makes me sick. I really hate those. I really hate those. But anyway, Guru Talking Sports podcast. Guru Talking Sports actually for Twitter. Um, the handle is called Mac MACK GTS underscore BB39. Now, I'm going to give it to you again. Find me at Mac, MAC, GTS underscore BB39. And it's called Guru Talking Sports. And you'll see the helmet of Maverick. And you'll see the little icon for the picture is actually Jim Morrison, which is my favorite guy, favorite rock band. All right, so you guys find that new Twitter handle for me, and like I said, it's connected with the show. Always try to connect everything with the show. On Instagram, it's Guru Talking Sports underscore podcast. So you said easiest thing to remember. Guru Talking Sports underscore podcast on IG. Want to thank Miss Mary Mack for the Mary Mack Show on Grief. Like I said, she's always putting out great, positive, powerful episodes. I think she just dropped me one this morning, and I'm definitely going to listen to it well, I got some time now. Right after this podcast, I'm gonna, do the editing, and then I'm gonna get into her podcast and see how it is. It's always great stuff. My man Jeff Duarte, I appreciate you. Cali Sports News. Curtis and his grandson, the young GM Jarrett. Appreciate you guys. I enjoyed being on their podcast. They're really good. They're funny. Jarrett, he hates Ohio State, but I still love him. He's still my cousin. I still love him. You gotta look at, he's kid, but he loves his sports. He's an Oklahoma fan. I don't know how. Anyway, my man Dave May Jr. Happy birthday to you. His birthday was on the 15th on Saturday, and I really appreciate you, Dave. Thank you for your friendship and thank you for all your time. And like I said, that 2001 Seattle Mariners team, he was a part of that. They won 116 games. I just wish they could have won the World Series with it too. Then they would have a World Series, and then I like to see different teams win the World Series, not the same teams all the time. Yankees and Dodgers. I want the Dodgers to win because I don't want to see the Giants win a World Series. I know my friends down in San Francisco don't like that, but I'm sorry. Anyway, my crew is Kaden Guru, Ray Guru, Dante Guru, and rest in peace, cousin Aaron. He'll always be our former co-host, and we appreciate you. The motto and saying is always, this has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Sports. Copyright 2022, all rights reserved. We don't hate, we congratulate, we always create, and we don't steal from anybody. Use the hashtag Guru Talking Sports and hashtag Big Props. Appreciate everyone out there that listen. And I want to say thank you to certain people. Bella B, appreciate you always for all your kindness and your even if I have a silly question to ask you, Bella, you always give me a great answer. And I appreciate you. Jeff in Southland, I appreciate you, my man. Rick in Buffalo. Mel, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, and I hope that you are well. All the stuff that you have to go through. I hope everything works out, and you can always count on me. See, that's one of the things that I tell people all the time. Friends are supposed to be there for friends. Not expecting anything, or not looking for a handout, or not, trying to scam or trying to, be on the down low to try to get something out of it. You don't do that. If you're a friend of someone, you back them up. You make sure you got their back. One day you're going to fall back and you're going to hope that somebody's going to be there to catch you. See, I'm that type of person. When you friend me, I'm a friend for life. If I care about you, that means that I'm a friend of yours. If I worry about you, I care about you, you're my friend. So, I tell everybody all the time that, hey, look, you know what? It's a good thing to have friends. I don't need anything from my friends. All I need from them is to realize that, hey, if I'm there for them, if you need me, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure that, I got your back. I don't want anything out of it. I just want your friendship. If you're my friend, I got your friendship. We back each other up. If you need my help, you need me to bat for you, I'll step up to the plate and bat for you. All right. Charlie Rogers, Chris, Kate, appreciate you. Denise, happy birthday. I know it's a milestone birthday. I don't know how old you are, But I know that one thing. You're a good friend, and I appreciate you, and I really appreciate you taking the time to, say hi. Thank you. Jeff, Keith, Big Al, Kareem, Jamie Dorsey, my man Kevin Ryder. I spoke to him this week, and I appreciate you. Um, all my South Bridge people, South Bridge for life. I love you guys. You guys take care of yourself. My D aliens, I love you guys. And also, I didn't really want to say anything, but I want to mention something sad that happened. This morning, yesterday morning, when I was wrapping up, getting ready to go home, I saw a post, I saw a tweet from Amy Lawrence, which is a one of my favorite CBS Sports Radio peeps. She lost her grandma, her Grammy Helen. I want to mention that because I lost my grandmom in 1999, and it was hard for me to, my grandmom had, oh my gosh, I think she had like over 100 grandkids at the time. Yeah, I do. I come from a gigantic family, so you figure, my grandma had 14 kids or so. She probably had about a good 100 or some odd grandchildren or so. It was hard for me. I love my grandma, love my grandmom and grandpa, but she lost hers, and she would always come in and talk about her grandma. And the thing about it is that I kind of live vicariously through her grandma, and thinking that, hey, look, you know what, the good stories that she tells about her, it makes me feel good to know that you know she's okay, but she passed away, and I got really sad. I got really, really sad because Amy loved her. Amy loved her, and my condolences just goes out to her family. And it was just like my grandma passing away. Just hope that you know she can find some peace right now. What she's going through, it's hard. Death is hard, but I think like I said, me, I don't do good with death. But I just, when it comes down to people that I know or I kind of know or kind of speak to, it makes a big difference. So my condolences go out to you, Amy Lawrence, and hopefully, you have some, you can find some comfort in this time, this hard time. But be well. You guys, I appreciate you. And I'm sorry if I didn't get a chance to mention anyone else. But like I said, I'm going to wrap up this podcast with how I usually do, a moment of silence for Cousin Aaron. And this time, let's have a moment of silence for Grammy Helen. You guys take care. We'll see you back here next week with episode 124. You guys take care. Guru, we'll talk to you real soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Guru is out.